want to get it fired up for Halloween, Factory of Terror is going on down in Canton. It's 5 full attractions, over 1 mile in length. Bring your tape measure. With unbelievable scenery, jaw-dropping special effects, and terrifying actors all the way around. It's a good time. FOTOhio.com. Get more details, tickets, whatever. I'll give you my last pair this week for Factory of Terror. Have fun. Call 10-216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
We now return to something barely worth your time. Already in progress.
The whole thing is f***ing pointless.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
It's Halloween, it's Halloween, it's time for scares, it's time for squeeze. It's Halloween, it's Halloween. The ghost will spook, the spooks will scare. Why even Dracula will be there. It's time for games, it's time for fun. Not for just one, but for everyone. The jack-o'-lanterns are all lit up. All the dummies are made and stuff. By just looking you will see. It's this time of year again. It's Halloween, it's Halloween.
These girls were killing it.
All the kids are happy and gay. There doesn't seem to be a
This is what I blast at Casa Cox on Halloween night, just on a loop. On my giant outdoor speakers, I just blast the Shags all night long. Makes people feel a little bit dizzy after like the third or fourth thing. But speaking of dizzy, I'm having my first Mountain Dew in about a month.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Buddy.
Oh, God.
Flying high, baby. How's it feel to be back on the horse?
My fingernails are vibrating. Oh,
From the sugar or the caffeine?
who knows?
Happiness.
Oh, God, yeah. That's sweet, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
That
dew of
sweet
the mountains, the
radioactive
nectar of the
elixir.
gods.
Yeah, I know, but I go right back to my water. But it's Friday, man. Come on. Right? You got to get down on Friday. That's how you party. Mary's in Cincinnati. She's eating hot sandwiches.
Whoop, whoop.
It's very, very exciting out there.
Lukewarm by the time I got to it, but it was delicious.
Yeah, okay. And you're sure you didn't eat someone's lunch?
No,
I mean,
because
I guess they
of them
told
are still
you,
in
right?
there.
Yeah, they told you that that's
Yeah, there's
okay.
still 3 left, and the guy straight up was like, "Yeah, have one."
Now, will you go back and pocket one of the other ones to like nuke in the hotel room later or something?
If it is still there, yes.
Yeah.
Because I leave it, I'm leaving at 6. There's only like 5 other people here to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So if when I leave at 6:15 or whenever I'm done, and there's one out there, I'm gonna snag it up.
It's Friday, Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, Friday, Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, partying.
Yeah. What? Oh.
Bye. Have a great Friday, you motherfucker.
And we are, because I'm going to get the weekend started. Mary's going to be able to see it.
That's right. Poundcake's leaving early today.
Right.
He's got a wedding he's going to. He's not even working it.
No.
He's gonna be up. And look at him.
This
He's
is for
all
friendship.
gussied up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the only one I have. I have my suit jacket in the car, but
Yeah. Are you wearing a blue shirt? I had a hard time telling what
Yeah, it's
color.
like-
It's like a light blue shirt, and then it's blue pants.
stripes, yeah.
It's like a navy blue or like a royal blue suit. It looks sharp.
Royal blue. Ugh.
What's the matter with that?
Nothing. It just reminds me of that awful gay movie that they had on Amazon, and it's
It's called Royal Blue.
called Red, White, and Royal Blue.
Huh.
Where the first son and the Prince of England cause international incident, and they have an affair. Like it's so
across the pond.
it's so ridiculous. It doesn't even help my fantasy because it's so unbelievable that it would just never happen. The president is a woman, first off,
With a gay son.
with a gay Mexican son. Like
She's white?
she's white.
Oh, so this is a futuristic movie. This is way off in the future.
Ridiculous. Yeah. So the Prince of England, the spare, is gay. The president of the United States is a woman, and her son is half white, half Mexican. I'm assuming he's some type of Latino because his last part of his name is like Diaz or something. And then they have an affair, and they fly back and forth during an election year, and they have secret rendezvous, and they're in each other's hotel rooms. It's just a reason for
Well,
gays
you
to be all in the
you gotta
froth.
write and produce the stories you want to see, right?
It's ridiculous.
Why is that all ridiculous?
Because it's too much. I like fantasies.
Where did they go? What was the bridge too far for you? Where did they go wrong? What was the one element that they should have dialed back on?
They need to make the president someone realistic.
A man.
Right.
In this country.
Okay, a man, but also of color. You have like a Latin dude that's insanely hot, and he's supposed to be like this guy. They have no women in their lives.
But these movies are fantasy. They're not documentaries.
But the whole point of fantasy,
they're supposed to immerse you in a fantasy.
But the whole point of fantasy is like it could possibly. There's a speck of truth. Like, oh, this could possibly happen.
Yes, that could all possibly happen.
No, it could.
We will eventually have a Latino president.
And
we will have a female president.
And
She was female and white with a Latino kid.
And it had he had a
Okay,
hyphen
look
in
at
his
Mark.
name.
Look at Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa's kids. Do they look like Kelly Ripa? They do not. No, and they're all the better for it. Those are some strong genes, homie.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if Hillary Clinton and Henry Cisneros had a kid, that's what he's gonna look like. He ain't gonna look like one of the Scars guards.
The guy's name in the movie is Alex Claremont Diaz or something.
Yeah, okay, it's a fantasy.
No.
All right.
Not his fantasy.
Listen, that's a movie made for you. So if you didn't like it, okay. I'm just looking at the cast here.
How would you like it to go?
There's an actress named Sarah Shahi who's in it, who is super foxy.
She plays one of the publicists.
Oh, she's so hot. Uma Thurman is in this.
She's the president.
Stephen Fry is in it.
Poundcake, what would your fantasy in this situation be like?
I actually wrote a story. I tried to look for it, but I couldn't find it.
What's it called?
It was called The First Son. I wrote a report on this in my script
they
writing.
ripped you off.
I wrote a script writing class, or I wrote this in a script writing class in college, and it was called The First Son.
Did you just rip off First Daughter with Katie Holmes?
Or First Kid with Sinbad?
No, because in this story,
the timeline works out. 2000. When were you in college? 2004.
No.
When were you in college?
From 2011 to 2016.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Michael Keaton was the president in First Daughter. Remember that?
Yeah,
Katie Holmes was his kid.
First Son was about the first son going off to college, and he meets a guy there who's like his tutor, and they have a gay love affair. Like that, I can see. Like that could happen. But
did you write that before or after you saw this movie?
This movie just came out.
Yeah, it just came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I did.
He was
this
his
before.
tutor.
But like the president's
Making
son,
me so horny.
the president's son having an affair with the Prince of England. Like, come on.
Why is that? What's wrong with that?
It's just so unrealistic. I hate it.
But it's a fantasy.
Do you know how people meet in the world? Like, look at the Prince and Meghan Markle. Like, they're from two completely different countries, and they hung out, and now they have kids. Like, I'm cutting a lot out of the middle there, but you get
That's
the
exactly how it happened.
You get the drift.
Well, it does. It just annoys me.
But I'm curious why that would all annoy you. It sounds more like
Did you
jealousy than annoyance.
It's not jealous. It's just so ridiculous. Like,
What's
it's so,
the ridiculous
'cause
part?
It's corny. Like they're just like,
Of course it's corny. It's a rom-com.
they're sneaking around, and I'm like, you're two of the most high profile gays on the planet. There's no sneaking around. Like you have security everywhere. People would have found you out long ago. And it's not to say they didn't have like gay concubines back in the day, but it's a different time, and everyone has camera phones, and you would have been found out
Right.
way before. Someone would have blackmailed you. Like
Maybe
it's
everybody
just
signed
ridiculous.
NDAs.
No, that was a point in the story that the publicist, that Sarah Sahali or whatever her name
Sarah
is,
Shahi, get it right, son.
walks in on the Alex guy butt naked, and he has a nice butt, and she's like, I can't believe you have some whore in here the night that your mom's trying to win the election, blah blah blah, and it's the Prince of England hiding in his wardrobe. Spoiler alert. But
I guess I won't watch this
he was
now.
like, you didn't
All right.
have him sign
One
an
star
NDA.
from AC. Well, it sounds like it was just...
And this is why they're not going to keep making these gay movies, because they're like,
Because they need to make them. They need to do them well. Like,
Here's
they're
the thing.
Awful.
In my own experience, what I've found with movies that I don't like that, or they seem super corny, it's because the writing is so bad.
It is.
It's
It
not
was
that
awful.
it's not that the story is unbelievable. It's that the way that it's
Played
written,
out is
yes,
bad,
you're
yeah.
like, oh my god,
Take off your trousers. Like I know that's how they speak in England, but like it's just so.
Let me get inside your knickers.
It's a gay man's fantasy on the screen, and it just comes off corny. I'm like, do all gay men think like this? Like the Brokeback Mountain, that was. It had gay characters, but it was not a gay movie. Like that had a great writing, great budget.
I was going to say,
It's pretty gay.
from what I heard,
But what I'm saying,
it was quite homosexual.
it was not just for gay people. That was a mainstream movie that was focused on two
Well,
gay
yes,
characters.
it couldn't just be for gay people. It
But
would
what's
have
wrong
been,
with this one being just for gay people?
Because I feel like the writing would be a lot better if you have a bigger budget and it's made for all audiences. Make it. They're two hot guys. You could have made them more relatable.
Yeah, but that's not made for all audiences. There are a whole lot of people who don't want to watch that.
For a movie like what was the movie that came? Bros.
Nobody wanted to watch that. Gay dudes didn't even want to go see it.
Everybody was mad at that.
It had
Everybody
hot dudes
rejected that.
It had hot dudes in it. That should be enough, right? For the gays. No one went to go see it because it was awful writing.
Yes, because Billy Eichner is good for about 30 seconds, and then you want to carve your ears off your head. That's why.
Okay, well,
Nobody wanted to go see Bros.
Well, then I'm just jealous, I guess. I guess I'm just
That's
jealous.
why Bottoms is a much funnier movie. Because it's well written and it's funny.
I heard Bottoms is
lesbian.
really good.
Bottoms is hilarious.
You saw it?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know it was out yet.
It's not. I got it like a screener thing.
It's a bunch of lesbians, though. It's not the same.
What's what?
Bottoms has a bunch of lesbians in it.
It's a lesbian story, yeah. But it's just, but again, but to the point is, if it's well written and it's funny, people are going to go,
matter,
I don't
yeah.
care. Yeah, I'm not gay, but this is hilarious.
No, let's go
No,
see
I
a
heard
lesbian
Bottoms was
movie.
really, really funny. Like super bad level classic kind of for people.
Right. And I don't like Superbad, but I think this is, but you're right. It's
Yeah.
that kind of vibe, and it's,
Red, white, and royal. Boo.
this
I
guy.
don't like it.
Royal Boo. Take off your pants and jacket. Potatoes.
And
Was that a line in there?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
just potatoes.
And it's based off of a book, so I can't
Let me
imagine.
get in your bangers and mash. Ooh. All right. Nothing
can't-
like that.
I can't
Can I go
imagine.
for a romp in your romper?
Ooh. Let me get all up in your fanny pack.
I can't
Well, a
imagine.
fanny in England means a
I
vagina.
know. I know. Well, that's why he was testing him to see if he was really gay. Let me get up all in your fanny. I don't have a fanny. I have.
There's a comedian I used to know that would do this bit about how fanny meant vagina, and then he went to an amusement park with a lady, and she said she had a fanny pack, and she goes, "Oh, give me your wallet. I'll just put it in my fanny while we're on the ride." And he was like, "What?" It's a pretty good joke.
I guess you had
It's
to
a
be
pretty
there.
good joke.
Yeah, all right. I believe you.
Because he thought she was going to take his wallet,
Uh-huh.
stick it up in her vagina.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There you go.
That's not where you want to put things.
No.
Not that thing, anyway.
Right in the spam cabinet. Okay, so 2 testicles down on red, white, and royal blue.
It was based off of a book, and I can't imagine how. If that was how the movie played out, I can't imagine what the book was like.
Maybe the book was great. They screw up books all the time when they adapt it to movies.
We watched the first episode of the new season of American Horror Story last night because it's got Kim Kardashian in it, and I was curious. And the trouble with American Horror Story is the first handful of episodes of each season are great, and then every season just completely goes
falls
over
off a cliff.
It just falls apart no matter what they do.
Like, they should just make them like 4 episodes, and
Yeah.
it'd be the greatest series of all time.
They've never been able to top that very first season to begin with, and now they're on like 11 or 12. But the new one has got Kim Kardashian in it, and we're watching it, and she's just so unbelievably hot. But her line readings are a little wooden, and but halfway through you go, well, the writing. But again, this was also the first one that I can recall that they adapted from a book. Usually all these seasons were like original written stuff.
And they're like an homage, like an homage, to a certain genre of horror.
Yes.
Here's my question. Now, I know each season is like a different
sex tape.
theme or whatever. No, how did she get famous? Do they all, like they're all individual, right? So they all start and end and
Yes.
and wrap up
There's
all their loose
standalone
ends.
seasons.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that the problem then? Is that they have trouble tying it all together? Like the storylines are all great until they have to end it?
I have
They-
no, because it doesn't fall over the very end. It's literally like halfway through the season, you go, I'm out.
Well,
And
usually
I don't know why.
it's just too many episodes where they'll have a great beginning to it, and then they're trying to stretch it out over 10 episodes, and it just kind of loses the thread. and it falls apart. Like the first season was great, that one held together the best of all of them that I've watched. But there's a lot where, like by episode 5, you're like, this isn't even the same show that we started with.
Coven was the best one.
No, I think Coven was good. I think the first one was still the best
I
one.
thought Coven was dog poo.
But by the time they got to like, oh God, what was the one?
The election one?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
For Jill Stein. And they made the thunder light. I was like, oh God, get me out of
It
here.
was like a parody from front to back. Alan, I'm straight and I loved red, white, and royal blue. There you go.
That's okay. You can be straight. You just have no taste. That's all.
When
Maybe
American
it's a
Horror
gay
Story-
movie for straight people.
Maybe you should watch Boat Trip with Cuba Gooding Jr.
That's
God,
crazy
that's
about
gotta be
that.
so problematic.
Cruise? What? What's
Yeah.
crazy about that is he's not gay and he's on a gay cruise and he thinks that it's going to be like the worst time ever.
What?
And actually, he learns that gay people are just people.
He learned something about himself and other people.
I was talking to my friend last night, and he was like mad that I'd never seen The Birdcage. And he's like,
such a good movie.
How are you gay? You've never seen The Birdcage.
I need my Pyron.
He was like, you need to be fined. I'm like, okay, well, I'll watch The Birdcage.
Yeah, but you might not be into that. I mean, that was a movie that people really dug because they already kind of knew the source material, and the cast was great.
Time.
Yeah, it was 25 years ago.
Right.
That movie's almost 30 years old. But like the Hank Azaria character, they probably wouldn't do that now. But you might not like it
Cody,
because
have
it's
you ever-
older guys. It's it's not like young 6-pack dudes like you like. It's Nathan Lane.
You don't think he's gonna like Nathan Lane's
It's
character?
Robin Williams with a mustache. No, I don't know that he's going to be into that.
Cody, have
Not
you
a lot
ever
of hard
tried?
bodies in that except for Wesley Snipes.
And Hank Azaria.
Yeah.
I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. Ever heard of that
Yeah, I
one?
did see that. See,
God.
again, that's a gay that is a straight movie with gay characters. It's not a gay movie.
They're not even gay. They're pretending to be gay.
I know that, but it's funny because it's like, oh.
No, it was a terrible, terrible movie.
I thought it
loved
was
it.
funny.
I thought it was funny,
cute.
too.
I can't pin him down. I'm trying to. He hates red, white, and royal blue. Loves Chuck and Larry.
Now, don't get me wrong. The guys in red, white, and royal blue are hot, but that's the only thing that is what kept this movie alive. If it was, anybody else, because I think the guys that play them are both straight, so it's like straight or gay cosplay for these dudes. They straight or gay guys love to see straight guys play gay for pay. It's like a fantasy, so that holds the movie together. So it doesn't matter how big the budget is or how bad the writing is, they'll watch.
Wow.
He's
And
got it all
I
figured
think
out.
that's why
I guess he
Bros.
does.
That's why Bros failed, because it was two gay dudes, Billy Eichner, and then the guy who played the hot guy. He was actually gay. Now, if it was a straight guy that played it, they're like, oh, he's having a love scene. I wonder, did he get a chub while like? That's what goes to a gay man's head.
Boy, much like Cuba Gooding Jr. in the movie Boat Trip, I've learned a lot today.
It's informative,
Mm-hmm.
Stretch me out over 9 more inches. Ugh.
Over 9 more episodes. I've got to take a break here. If you want to send a